Back with you again. John Lucero, CEO and co-founder of Agency Elevated, elevating insurance agents to higher levels of success and going from that old school insurance agent to a modern day badass agency business owner. And today's topic is something I hear and I've heard for years upon years. I was stuck in this even when I started out as a business owner. And that question around, does price really matter? Now, if you're in the insurance industry, and I assume you are if you're here watching this video, we deal with consumers every single day that are price driven and are price shoppers. It's the nature of the marketplace. But I'm here to tell you, as you think about this concept, understand that we as a society, our marketing has driven the consumers to be price conscious and price driven on initial understanding of any product out there. Let me repeat that, on initial understanding of product. Every commercial you say says low down payments, free trial, 0% interest, buy one, get one free. Think about it. Take a moment and watch the marketing that's presented to us every single day. We've been trained in our mind to always look for the lowest price. Yet, as I've been in the insurance industry for a number of years, in fact, 17 plus years at the time of this recording, I find that yes, there are some people that are driven by price, but a higher percentage of the consumers are driven by value. Let me use an example, and this is a good place where I want to bring out my whiteboard and give you an example of some information that I found. So what I want to share with you, if price really matters, and hopefully you guys can see this here, I did some research and I thought about, okay, what's the lowest price car that you could get and the highest price car, just a four-door sedan type of vehicle. This is the research I found. So in 2017, you could buy a Nissan Versa, base model, just a basic, simple four-door car for $11,190. $11,190. Not bad, pretty low price. Can you consider a brand new car in 2017? Also, the same year, you could buy a 2017 Bentley, and they have many different models, but one of the sedans I looked at was $255,000. Look at that widespread gap. $11,190 for the least expensive four-door car that I could find manufactured and sold in the year 2017. And just by quick glance, one of the most expensive, I'm sure some of you are watching say, yeah, there's even more expensive than this, but a 2017 Bentley four-door sedan for $255,000. Why do I share this with you? What is my point? Let me explain to you. There was a gap of $244,000 in that price. Yet, there is consumers that bought the $11,000 Nissan, and there was consumers that bought the 2017 Bentley at $255,000. What is the difference? Because if price really is all that matters, what that would tell us is that everybody would buy the Nissan Versa. Well, we know that that's not reality. I don't drive a Nissan Versa. Maybe you do. There's nothing wrong with that. I also don't drive a Bentley. But I'm somewhere in the middle of that range. Why? Because I purchased the vehicles I purchased based on the value, the safety, the features, the look that means something to me. Now understand that means something to me. People buy based on value. And so I want you to understand, if you think about this as a perspective of the insurance business, consumers are trained. Society and the marketplace has trained them to ask about price, the cheapest price first. But in all reality, insurance products are quite simply a piece of paper and a promise. Your job as an insurance professional, as a true modern day badass agency business owner, is to sell the best promise you can to the consumer, meaning you're providing the best value for the coverages that they need to protect their lives from major injuries, major accidents, major catastrophes. That's your job. So yes, if you can give them the best price, that's definitely a win. But more importantly, it's about giving them the best value. So one of the things I want to teach you today as you watch this video, some simple questions you can ask to overcome some of the hurdles when it comes to price. Let me bring out my whiteboard because I want you to take notes on this. So when it comes to price in the insurance industry, I hear it all the time. Our rates are too high. We're not competitive. Now, I'm not saying that rates don't matter. I'm conscientious of price in a lot of different areas. But I can tell you when it comes to insurance, it's more important to me to make sure I'm adequately protected. And that I understand that in the event of a catastrophe, I'm going to be protected and not lose my assets. Now, that's your responsibility as an insurance professional to help consumers understand what insurance is meant to do. It's supposed to be designed to protect them from major catastrophe. If it's health insurance from a major injury that would devastate their lives. If it's home insurance and you go through a fire and you lose your entire home, that you have the coverage to replace your home. That is what matters. And I assure you, after 17 plus years in this industry, I have never had a client come to me after they've been paid a claim and said, well, my claim wasn't covered the way I thought it was going to be, but at least you saved me $50 a month on my premium. That has never happened. Consumers don't remember the few dollars you save them on their premium if they don't have the right coverage. So understand that. Now, here's an important question that I would challenge you to ask in every single transaction you have with a client, a prospect, a customer, whatever it might be. Quite simply, if you ask this question, if every insurance company had the same exact price, what would be important to you then? So hopefully you guys can see that. If every insurance company had the exact same price, what would be important to you then? That needs to be a question you have to ask in every single transaction that you have with a prospect especially, but with your clients or with any consumers or customers of your agency. Why is that question so important? If every single insurance company had the same exact price, what would be important to you then? Because that question alone helps you get to the root of why customers buy insurance. We've been trained and accustomed to talk about price. It's not your fault or my fault or the customer's fault. We've been trained to do that. Our marketing today on TV, social media, Instagram, whatever it is driven a price-driven consumer. We've trained them that way. It's not their fault. But when you ask that question, if every insurance company had the same exact price, what would be important to you then? You'll get answers like service, good claims handling, dealing with the same agent every single time, having all my insurance in one place. You'll get different answers that you weren't aware of outside of price. What then that becomes for you is as you go through your sales process, if you land up having a higher price, which I know will happen many times for many of us in this industry, you can come back to them and say, my job as your insurance agent, as your modern day badass agency business owner and my team is to provide you the best value for your insurance dollar and to make sure that I take care of whatever their answer was, that I give you coverage that you have to make sure you're adequately protected, or that I give you coverage so that you have a great claims process and if you ever have the event of a major catastrophe. Answer the question with the answer that they gave you to the initial question you asked them. You're solving that need. Now, here's another great question. I'm not going to write this one down, but I challenge you. You need to write this down. You want to learn how to overcome price because I'm here to tell you, price is not the only indicator of why people buy our products. Start out your sales presentation this way. You get price off the table immediately. Mr. or Mrs. Prospect, there's a good likelihood that I will have a higher price for you today on your insurance coverage when we finish this discussion. I wanted to make you aware of that, but if I can show you a way to make sure you have better coverage and better understand your insurance, would you be open to considering a higher price if I was able to show you that? Very difficult to do, not easy. And I just use that off the cuff. But basically what you're doing is telling them there's a possibility that my price will be higher after I give you your presentation today. Would you be okay with that if I'm able to show you a better value for your insurance dollar and show you a better way to understand your coverages and making sure that you're adequately protected in your auto insurance, your home insurance, your health insurance, your Medicare? It doesn't matter. But if you start your conversation there, imagine the power that you have. If they've given you a yes, saying, yeah, I'm okay with that, I will be open to it. You've taken price off the table. Now, if you happen to be higher on price, but if you can fulfill what you've told them you will, educating them, providing them better coverage, better understanding of their insurance, you have become a true professional and you've overcome that price objective. So I challenge you as an insurance professional to understand that price does matter, but is not the only deciding factor when it comes to selling insurance products in any line of business. You have to use some things in your techniques to make price a non-issue. Now, I understand you have to be close, you have to be competitive, but you also have to remember, you're not going to close 100% of the people you talk to. Nobody does in this industry. Work towards a 25 to 30% closing ratio, and I teach a lot about that in my 5-week course, what closing ratios are, but quite simply, for every 10 people that you talk to, you want to try and sell 3 of those people out of 10. You would be wildly successful if you could maintain those numbers. The other 7 people, you may get them at a later time, but that's okay. You're not going to close 100% of the people, but address price on the front end. If every single insurance company had the same exact price, what would be important to you then? Or secondarily, or as another question, there's a good likelihood that my price could be higher today after we go through this presentation. Would you be okay with that if I'm able to show you a better value for your insurance dollar, provide you with better coverages, and a better understanding of your insurance package? Shake your head yes, they'll agree yes, and you move forward. Simple body language, simple techniques to help you understand how do you overcome price as an issue as it comes into our industry. With that said, very brief, to the point today. But yes, price matters, but it is not the most important factor. You can overcome price, teach yourself, teach your team how to address price on the front end, and become a truly successful agency business owner in the insurance industry. Again, as always, John Lucero, CEO and co-founder of Agency Elevated. Check out our website at agencyelevated.com. If you like this YouTube channel, make sure and subscribe, comment, share it up. On our website, make sure and download our free interactive ebook. It's 43 pages, jam-packed of information built for agency business owners. It's the non-negotiable playbook. Go on our website and download that today. Also, check out our product page. We have upcoming courses that will help you to continue to elevate your insurance agency. And as always, check out our podcasts. We're on Spotify, Google Play, and Apple iTunes podcasts under Agency Elevated. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be back with you real soon with some more powerful information to continue to help you elevate your insurance agency and go from an old school insurance agent to a modern day badass agency business owner. Have a great day.